you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
On the visitors' sideline, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys currently a couple games over 500, 4-2 through 6 games. On the other side, Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
What a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down, so this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
11 empty.
Play action. It's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
11 empty, 11 empty.
They go play action with Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at their 48-yard line.
Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
Gun. 180.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Burrow will throw. The kicker here is complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
11.
A hole to dig out of here. Second and 17.
12.
They run for the first time. Here when Rashad White. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation.
Burrow loses the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who played collegiately in College Station, their rookie quarterback from Texas A&M.
And last week, that was one of those games that he just wants to erase from his memory banks, but I'll guarantee his coaching staff won't let him do it. They're going to make him learn from it. He really looked like a rookie quarterback in that one. He's going to have those kind of outings in year one, but the big question, what does he take away from them, and how does he improve? It starts right here in this game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They find some open field here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried behind the line. line by Azeez Ojulari.
Now back to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL's leader in touchdown passes.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9.
Now it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You look at the Steeler defense,
and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Here we go, here we go. Side. Right, 80.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
over the middle, he finds Higgins.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt.
Shreds the tackle. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
This defense for the Bengals, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Dot, right 80. Wait, hot. Dot.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
He's on his way.
And all the way in for the Cincinnati score.
Chase Brown, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Now, he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Jalen Warren.
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Hey, can. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Loss of the yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Right, 80.
Chase, the motion man, right.
7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
11 mighty.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Here's Burrow.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. To return is McKenzie.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Steelers offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, And they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talked about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's what they actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
Still going inside the 20.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 55 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game.
11 MT pace. 11 MT pace.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down. Steelers.
Looking to throw.
A short one there to Fryermuth.
And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Steelers 1st down. A gain of 14.
On the give, this is Nichols.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run with Nichols. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7. On the carry, it's Nichols.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here's Nichols.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 41.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
And the Bengals first down.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
12, 12,
Here's
12.
a 2nd and 8.
11, 11. Here we go.
Now it's Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
11, 11.
That's another Bengals first down. First and
11
10.
Back to throw here. This will be caught by Brown. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
11 MT, 11
Back to throw again.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12.
12, 12, 12.
Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up
11 MT, 11 MT. Right, 80.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Second and 10.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw.
Now a run here off the
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
I'm wondering.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Gun.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Our spin around the NFL starts now. We begin at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The 49ers at home for an NFC West battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And this is the Niners defense making the big play. They pressure Sam Darnold into making a throw he shouldn't have, and he's going to pay the price. It's going the other way, all the way. Pick 6. The 49ers are playing well. They improved to 5-1 with this victory. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And it's Kyler Murray. He'll connect on a 13-yard touchdown pass. The Cardinals had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. Lastly, let's squeeze in one more. And this is Jonathan Taylor. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. The Colts get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Steelers offense and their running back getting set to go once more. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Short throw to Smith. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Nichols. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll keep it on the ground. Nichols. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
At the 10-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Steelers first down. 1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
They'll try to run it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Steelers.
This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing to trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Burrow will throw.
This to the sideline, nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have picked. Up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this, we can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal, that's what we're seeing right now. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Nichols. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's Nichols.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 122 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
They'll run on 1st down. Nichols. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. The Bengals 49.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This one into the hands of Metcalf.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From the 43 here, 2nd down and 7.
Here we go. Behind.
Burrow looking to pass. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. McKenzie now to return it.
The danger of a punt that good? A 16-yard return. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
91 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
This is 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Johnson. Johnson, oh, it's poked free. Football's out. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge fourth quarter hole to dig out of. Down 3 scores. And he finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go play action with Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This is right on the screen. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge out to the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. To me, like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay there.
Not in any rush offensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
2nd and 14. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jordan Bell. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down.
Here we go. Hey, Can.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw again.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. They'll look to throw again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through. To extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And out now, here come the Bengals.
11, Thomas.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Right in.
Running right, here's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
110 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Gun. Cut. Right in. Cut.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Burrow able to find Higgins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's another Bengals.
11.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain 13 yards that time and another first down.
That's another Bengals
180.
first down.
180.
First and 10 at the 21.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown, even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
The coverage by Joey Porter Jr.
They'll set up to throw. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made 1 more, could have had our shutout.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Pittsburgh, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.